again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me I have the dynamic duo we have tonight.
Okay, how's it going?
Good, and then we also have Hog.
Yo, 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 yo.
He's all yo, yo, yo. Pleasure's out to me. We got a decent show planned tonight. We got pina coladas. At least I'm drinking one. So, it's pretty good, man. Going into some of the first stocks we're going to talk about, GTEH has some big news coming out, guys. So this stock is GTEH. So if you haven't heard of it, grab your pen and start writing things down. Check it out because they have a big announcement they made today. Last tick on this one was 0.004. Going through the chart, it's been a rough ride, but that's the way it is in this type of scenario we're in the fun times. Okay, Kage, so going on to Stock Twits, that's where the real traders are at. What can you tell us on the latest news on as far as GTEH?
How about this take from Baseline Thriller? He says GTEH. Laughing out loud. Heavy back holders are used by 100K loss as an example. I don't mind. I made back my loss in December and then some. GTEH would have be in the 0.0034s area to get the same gains I've made since I've left. Wake me up when that happens. P.S. You know gains are the same in any other stock as it is in GTEH, right? Except GTEH has been barcoding. Oops.
Interesting. So that's one take. What's another one there you got?
How about this one from Magi Knight? He says, GTEH, what does a liar CEO sound like? We will begin to see share value recovery end of February. That's when we were at 0.0005 jail time.
So we got a couple people here that are coming in hot on this, huh? It looks like what's up?
Looks like here's a bullish take from Richard CE70. He says, GTEH. I don't understand why people spend hours to complain about GTEH. It's always the same. Just move on and get a life.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. I don't know why you keep on hitting it up. Because these things rebound and things change. Looks like the reason why this was there was an uptick here, and that's why we're covering it. Gentech updates investors on growing retail footprint as Kroger's Vitacost and Muscle Strength go live with Physique. So this comes off of courtesy of Global Newswire. They write that the emerging and functional food, Synfit.com, and nutritional supplement marketplace, they updated the investors on the brand Physique. As it continues to receive orders from several national retailers as well as increasing in online availability, heightened consumer demand has stimulated two major online retailers, Muscle and Strength and the Kroger-owned Vitacost, to place purchase orders for Physique. So let's just say these guys are trolling hit up. Let's just play out scenarios because these stocks sometimes they take a little bit. When you're at this point where it's in the cheap seats, things could go either way and change around. So what's to say if this doesn't take off that this thing doesn't turn around, and then who's looking silly here, especially with that news? I mean, is that too far of a reach, guys, for where everybody's been through? Because you're going through a rough time in the market and things have to correct, and I think that's what some people don't understand, that most of the stuff you bought a year ago is like way overvalued. Wouldn't you say with inflation there?
I would have to say that wouldn't be. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think people understand that you have to go through this correction, that you bought into overinflated companies. Yeah. I mean, what
goes up must come down.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, this is bound to happen, and we can keep denying this and just keep, ignoring it and just keep printing money, but well, yeah.
I think that's some of the things that are lost here. You have your market here. It's all overbought, and so like we said, we need to go back and there has to be the recorrect, and with that recorrect, I think you're seeing some people that are just like, oh, this thing's a pile of crap. I mean, you had a pizza place, a pizza kitchen, I can't recall which one it was, but I think there was people shorting that and making millions on some pizza place that was worthless, that didn't even have hardly that many locations. It wasn't even near the level of Papa John's, but it just went bonkers. I gotta go look that one up and find it out. But you have so many things that are overvalued. But going into this, yeah. So,
dude, freaking this is when you're gonna start seeing, these companies are gonna start learning all these new, companies that boom.
Mm-hmm.
But they're so poorly managed, but they're whatever product they have, and because the economy's so good, it doesn't matter, how they can get away with having poor management of their business, and when this stuff happens, oh man, it's a domino effect, because these companies, it turns out that they can't just, they end up having to lay people off, and it's just, the effect continues.
And we've said before, since 2008, like this thing's gonna hit. They make 2008 look like a freaking picnic. 2007, 2008, you ain't seen nothing yet. During the end of the show,
Totally.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of contract work, man, for companies that just, man, I just wonder, like, they've got, it's just the only way that they're still continuing to operate is because of the economy. And it's like, oh man, there's so many horrible things, like the way that they're running their company and how poorly it's ran. It's like, man, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, there's only so much you can keep on passing off before you run out of people to pass off on people. So before it's too much there. So it looks like the Kroger-owned Vitacost is to place purchase orders for Physique via a industry power distributor, UNFI. The major retailer has been supplying Filk micro market cafes at the ESPN locations out of Connecticut. So when seen in significant uptakes in purchase since the initial retailer cooler placement within 30 days. The addition of the full product line with Vitacost website is important by adding mainstream retail credibility of the brand. Kroger acquired Vitacost in 2014 for $280 million in a deal that provided the grocery giant with exposure to the e-commerce and growing organic supplements and functional food marketplaces. Vitacost annual sales have driven over 80% since the acquisition. Kage, what other takes you got on there that we could be that are interesting here that we need to see?
How about this one from Grizzly Gabe? He says GTEH bullish. Same three bears just making things up. Looks like it was Moonski's turn today. Physique's projected to have sales number of $1.2 million for the entire year. Literally just made a number up that has no basis, and you wonder why nobody listens to you.
Exactly.
Make things up all day long and post fact.
Yeah, you're coming into a board where it's not like Investors Hub. There's a lot of people that are dedicated to their stuff. And if you come in hot like your dude, they're gonna freaking throw the receipts and nail you all the time. So you gotta watch yourself there. That's the thing that this guy's not. These trolls are not realizing here is that if these sales numbers come out for Physique and this thing takes off with Kroger, and we get that quarter results there, these guys are gonna look like a bunch of freaking ass clowns. You know what I'm saying? So
no talent ass clowns.
Yeah, basically. It looks like XSN has a significant role in e-commerce partner as bolstering sales of Physique, sparkling protein water, and developed online presence with Fulfill with Amazon. Yeah, everybody and their dog can get on Amazon, so that's not a big thing there to me. I'm a realist, guys. I call it as I see it. So when someone says, "Oh, they're on Amazon," or "Oh, they're on Walmart.com," my dog could get on there with just taking his paws and punching the keys in to get his products listed on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I already know a mushroom can do that.
Yeah, exactly. What else you got on the twits there, Kagyo, as I go through this? Because they got some information on some gym stuff too.
How about this one from Pole Patriot 1? He says, GETH Diamond in the rough. Buy, hold, accumulate. Revenue is just going to keep on climbing with exposure to the markets. CEO Leonard K. Arminita Jr. commented, with around 100,000 cans nearly 9,000 cases of the Physique product sold in its first 4 weeks of availability. I could not be more proud of the team who have pulled out every ounce of their energy to make this product available across the USA and beyond.
Yeah. Well,
April is a critical month, as I believe individual orders of this magnitude are lined up.
Yeah.
Physique is taking the industry by storm, and the reviews are beyond our greatest expectations.
You also have Park Avenue Fitness. They're an independent distributor with an impressive array of well-known retailers, and the established network have made substantial gains in their 1,000-plus retail gyms and health stores. PAF also is one of the largest chains in the region with 70 locations throughout Iowa's personal approval of Physique. So you have that as well. Also, like I said, with the troll on the board, why would you come and troll a company that's in Pennyland like that? I mean, dude, you should know this already. If you got call holding the bag, you just made yourself look like a Tweedledee anyway. Wouldn't you say there, Hog?
Oh yeah, dude. Obviously they're competitors.
Yeah, he's got it. I think what he's trying to do is to scare some of the noobs off to sell the cheap stuff, so he can get in and grab the cheap seats. I think they want the shares is what they're doing. It's got to be the game there, just because it seems a little fishy to me why they're all tag teaming and going on there. It's typical short people trying to get some cheap stuff. Several national franchise retail locations are now selling Physique in stores throughout Texas, Tennessee, as well as retailers have lined up for the first market with the flavors of Physique Sparkling Protein Water, Kingdom Nutrition, Muscle Strength, Extreme Performance, Nutritional Heavyweight Supplements, Power Locker, Top Line Nutrition, Vitamin Shack, Rikers Nutrition. The company also gained international distribution of Physique into Canada and Nutrition Excellence as well distribution partner premium brands across Canada. CEO Leonard K. Armenta Jr. commented with about 100,000 cans and 100,000 cans, 9,000 cases of Physique. The product sold in the first 4 weeks of availability. So there you have it. Now they just need to get out more samples and get this thing going to people, some stores, so they could freaking pump this shit out there. Don't you think? So, what else you got on the twits there, Kage?
It's gonna be like ignore the haters, focus on the mission. We're gonna prove the haters wrong. So
yeah, I mean, if they got Kroger coming in here and you're sitting here bringing in weak takes like that, it's just like, come on, man. I could see if like the Kroger deal falls out and everybody said the drink and trial test said that the drink tastes like diarrhea, but they didn't, and it's going into Kroger. Kroger wouldn't take a freaking, they would. I've seen other drinks that they have there. They don't just have like freaking Mr. Thank You Very Much drinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do their research.
Yeah, they're not gonna put diarrhea.com in the cooler and sell it, and their customers come up and say, "Dude, this stuff sucks." You know, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but what else?
The only question is how much, how profitable are they going to be off of that deal? And that's all on them. If they work out a good deal, if they're only getting a couple of measly pennies off of it, because Kroger's making money on it.
Yeah. So and it's got traction with UFC people and things like that. So that's the thing, is that this company has, and the sales numbers have always been good. It's just they need. Let's see what happens like the guy said, in April, and give it some time. But there's some people out there that are impatient. They don't understand that you're in Pennyland, and Rome's not built in a day. And so, but if you want to keep on giving cheap shares to people and complain, go ahead. So now I'd like to know how many shares he bought, and I wonder if he bought like the beginning of the year, dude. Because a lot of us had some laughs on here. We've been buying the cheap stuff for a while now for some of these, so we get the laughs. Because some of these people, they just they take the bait from these people that are trolls, dude. So, what else you got on the twits there? And I'll go on the Twitter feed, the Twitter machine there, Kage.
How about this one from Rai Will 1? He says GTEH, weakest I've seen on stock twits. Baseline took 100,000 on GTEH because he couldn't hold the OTC stock for more than a couple of months. It's okay on Moonski's eyes because he saw the light. Follow them for more trades. Clown World.
Yeah, ain't that the... Okay, guys, so I got a take from Jublin One. He says this turd has been pumping out press releases for a year now, and the Gentech dilution core. Every single press release promises great things. Even a buyback press release was pumping a possible buyback for up to 1 billion shares, and the share count was below 27 billion. What happened? I guess you're just trolling. He got nailed hardcore right here too. Back. It looks like they got him with buying more at 004. Chance I get it. There's a lot of people that are pissed off. They're calling this a big turd. So GT loves people getting blocked, taking it all to themselves. So you do have the people that are trying to give in the cheap stuff. But like I said, you will get trolled if the people will remember your screenshot and everything, and they'll hit you up if it happens. So for me, we'll just have to see how it plays out, guys. What about you?
I say this is worth a look. I think just haters gonna hate, and if something is brought to market that's actually pretty good and it's doing well in its first few weeks, I say give it a chance.
Yeah.
It's still a lead. Let it work out its kinks.
Yeah, it's just, I don't see anything. I don't see any reason to not say that it's good, because I don't even understand what the troll is trying to, like what you were saying. There's got to be some other motive that he's got.
Yeah, he's got a motive. He just wants. He knows there's a chance he could get if just when this thing goes and drops again after people check out their charts and realize that it's moving again, see if they can make some change. He's just trying to see when everybody gets out if he can pick up 100K or 500K shares is what they're trying to do. So, and they're trying to manipulate everybody to scare them. But the thing is that you're going to have bad days going forward. There's going to be probably more bad days ahead. If there's news like this coming out of other stuff in the economy, get ready, because it's going to be a bloodbath for all of it. So that's what you're experiencing now. Like I said, everything needs to experience a correction. If you don't believe me, you can just play it out and watch it soon, because it's coming. So, because like I said, towards the end of the show, we're going to talk about the debt bomb. So you'll have to tune into that if you want to see that coming up forward. You guys ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go on to the next. We'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. Hey guys, the next stock we have is BLGO. BLGO. Last tick was 0.2530. Going to the chart, looks legit. So I think there was a MC Hammer said once people work hard, you might as well quit. So BioLargo Inc. engages in provision of technology solutions for outdoor moisture control, disinfection, and water treatment. It operates through segments of Odor No More, Blessed Bio Water, medical and corporate cannabis operations for cats and dogs. No, they don't have that. Just kidding. The Odor No More segment manufactures and sells odor for VOC controlled products and services, includes the flagship product, Cupri Dine Clean. Blessed segment offers professional engineering services through internal business units. Going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. What do you got there on the twits there, Kage?
I've got an interesting take from a bear for this one. The name is O'Meal3. He says, bearish, BLGO. Is the AEC capable of filtering radioactive water? I'm sure no such tests have been done as of yet. Would have been a great resource for Fukushima, having dumped millions of pounds of radioactive water in the Pacific. The only thing stopping Putin from blowing up a nuclear power plant in Ukraine is that the east blowing winds would land most of the fallout back in Russia.
True that.
Interesting take.
He's coming off hot. What else do you got?
Oh yeah. How about this one from Julian Jacoby? He says, BLGO, bullish. In case you missed it, Chris Temple of the National Investor explains why he has issued a speculative buy recommendation for BioLargo. Small cap company with a flagship product that removes certain contaminants from water.
Interesting.
It's got a link to Streetwise reports about this.
So I got a plug. From Holly Marie Neff. She's in our Facebook group. Appreciate you, Holly, giving us this information there, pointing this one out to us. Just because she knows from watching the show, there's a lot of pollution out there as far as in the stock world sometimes. So we got it looks. She shared this article as pet ownership in the U.S. skyrockets. Two companies join forces to say poof to household odor. So before this is from Bazinga. Before the pandemic, the American Medical Association estimated that 38% of U.S. households own a dog and 25% had a cat. But the pandemic launched a whole new era of pet adoptions. According to the pet products, nearly 9 million dogs found homes in the pandemic, a number equivalent to the population of New York City, meaning that now one dog to every 3 humans in the country. To add 5 million cats has been added to the home since the pandemic began. Americans are projected to spend close to $100 billion this year in pet products and pet food and veterinary care. Kage, did you know that?
Yeah, I would imagine so. People love their pets, and they're members of the family, and of course, want the best for their pets, right?
Yeah, and the byproduct of this dramatically increases the furry housemates to smell that smell that accompanies them. The real estate professionals warn sellers that when people come into the house, they smell that, they're like, "Peace out, I'm gone." This would take the pet's unbridled affection that they may contribute to lower offers when the people sell the home. So it gives the advantages to the buyer there because they're like, "Dude, I gotta gut this, I gotta do this, guma. So what else you got there on the tweds?
How about this one from Shorty21? He says, BLGO, bullish. Dennis did not have anything positive to say if you have been involved in this company for over a year. He has his presentation memorized because he said nothing new. Julie getting boring with the hype when Dennis does not validate his trying to be positive statements. Where is the 10Q and 10K? Where are the orders? Help us believe we are not in for a tax write-off.
Anything's possible with these subs like that. When you dive into below dollar land, this is sometimes what happens. So I hate to say it. I don't want to be, and like I said, it's going to be a long ride. We still have a lot of correcting to do. The problem with most existing pet odor control products is that usually they mask odors with scents using enzymes that slow acting and unreliable. Not to mention the chemicals used in the odor control products aren't always eco-friendly. But as soon as you could say poo-poo-a, there's a new pet control called Poo-poo-a Poop TM, resulting from the unique partnership of companies that boast the availability completely and permanently dismantles pet odors on the molecule level. So, BioLargo, Orange County, California-based developer of sustained clean tech products of full-service environmental energy, has teamed up to consume the brand-building company Akiligai Market Works to launch Poo-Poo TM, a product developed and based on BioLargo's patent-safe, gentle, eco-friendly odor control tech. So it's eco-friendly. So you're not going to get a cyst that's like growing. Well, I don't know. Everybody says everything's eco-friendly. We'll just have to see how that plays out with tests and everything. Why they're doing that. We'll also have to see as it comes out what people are saying about it too. That's going to be interesting, huh? Without trying to carry the cooler for it. What do you think?
I think it would be good for them to not carry the cooler for these people and just, if you believe in the product, go for it. If not, then just give it a pass.
I heard fake news that they're gonna mandate this in every home, that everybody have one. But like I said, it's fake news. Let's people could hope that if they own the stock, But yeah, just screwing around, guys. The product recently launched on Amazon. That's gonna get some traction there, Kage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Anything that gets put on Amazon, it gets distributed
pretty
quick.
Giving pet owners easy and convenient way to get their hands on the bottle and freshening up. No, this isn't us saying we're parroting it and cheerleading for the company and we got our pom-poms out right there. No, we're not doing that. So the product breaks down the odor, causing compounds in the air rather than masking them with fragrances. It reportedly does all with remaining gentle, eco-friendly, and safe. The company claims the product works instantly and completely permanently dismantles on the molecular level. Unlike enzyme formulas that work slowly and leave odors behind, this works instantly to eliminate odors on the source, so there is no stinky fragrance. So guys, before you go out there and do buy this, do you buy this stock if you're gonna go out there? Please read up on it and everything, and don't get in on a week where people are talking about it and it's getting promoted. Do your research before you get in. Read the boards and everything. Just don't take everything on the boards with a grain of salt. You could be getting trolled, but just do your research before you do anything. That's all I gotta say. So don't just run out and go and grab it or anything. That's bad. Composed of a company, product marketing executives. This is Akaigo Marketing Incorporated. It recently launched and growing multiple blockbuster consumer products, including OxyClean Flawless. That's a heavy hitter right there, Kage. If these guys were promoting before OxyClean Flawless. That's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but my mom really loves that OxyClean. It gets rid of all the terrible stains and the terrible odors, and of course, if they're in this product and everything, that's something to be said.
Have you ever heard of Copperfit before or no?
Copperfit, not necessarily.
Yeah, there's a Copperfit too, I guess, that they did, but I've never had a relationship with. New television commercials and other advertising content can help bolster the brand. The company recently conducted a television direct response test marketing to assess the probability of a commercial success. So there you go with that. That rolls out and traction picks up on it and things pick up. We'll have to see how it plays out. What else do you got on the twits there?
How about this one from Ryzen Hoover? He says, BLGO, Largo files.
Ooh.
Sorry about that.
You got some Largo in your nose or what when you sprayed it for the cat?
No, I put it into my arm.
Okay.
BLGO. What? Laughing out loud. Why are you all talking this poop stuff like it's gonna make a dent in the stock price? It is not. Only contracts for their PFOA technology can, and that is yet to be announced.
True. He's not off. Actually, I thought that was a good take. I would have to actually agree with him. People think that they're going on the poo stuff, and there's every other heavy hitter stuff here. What else do you got there? Has he left any other comments? Because I liked his comment.
I haven't seen any other comments that he's made. How about this comment from D-Man Bane? He says, BLGO, I really want to start a position here, but given the current state of the world, I'm going to sit and hope we see a better opportunity to buy in.
Yeah. You also have BioLargo Water President Dr. Richard Smith says we have to do the doctor in there because he doesn't want to be pronounced Mr. Thank you very much. The Advanced Oxidation System, AOS, is an exceptional disinfection performance with concurrent decontamination, ultra-low energy consumption, lower cost than competitors, and OPEX and CAPEX. Modular, flexible, scalable. Click here to learn more on AOS, Advanced Oxidation Systems. You could if you want to. BioLargo Engineering Science Technologies. Cost-effective, efficient elimination of poly. I can't pronounce it because I wasn't a science major, so get back with me on that. PFAS and for contaminated water. More affordable than carbon-based sequestration. Solution huge. Pressing needs to effective PFAS treatment globally. So they have that. Then they have the odor and VOC eliminator. It eliminates odor and doesn't just mess them with non-toxic, non-sensitive, non-fragrance. Effective against FOC, ammonia, sulfur compounds, and metacaptans, fatty acids for fast, effective relief. Misting systems designed to build and install and maintain service options available. So you have that, and then you have the wound care products, Kage, for infection control, chronic wound therapy, regeneration tissue therapy. Is this what he's talking about? Because this is actually huge right here. That's with President Steve Harrison of Clara that they're partnered with at the Medical Technologies. Is that what he's talking about?
Possibly.
Okay, because it's got non-cystotoxic, safe, broad spectrum antimicrobial action. Efficacy proven, no bacterial resistance, hydrogels, dressing, and liquids. First product FDA 510K cleared. So there you go. I think that's where he's getting he's saying this is where it's going to improve, not just from the poo-poo stuff, but for that. That's what he's saying. He is correct. So he's not coming in hot and trying to get you guys riled up. He's serious there. What else do you got there on the twits there, Kage?
There's a lot of comments from Julian Jabakuyi, I think, and I think he's just trolling, I think, on the...
Probably, most likely.
Board. Yeah, most likely. I just keep seeing his comments pop up over and over again. But how about this one from Stock Titan? He says, Largo provides business progress report on major growth catalysts.
But we have a controversy on the show. We thought one guy was whizzing into a water bottle. Is that what you said?
No, I wasn't whizzing into a water bottle.
Oh, I thought you needed I thought you needed a break from the show.
Bathroom, it's not that far away, is it?
Man, it's pretty close.
It's not that. I was filling up a water bottle with some distilled water from a canteen.
Oh, is that what they call? That's what they call whiz now, huh?
No.
Wiz Khalifa.
Distilled is where you boil the water and you collect it from the steam, and then it drips down.
Okay, listener, just for the record, he was not whizzing in the water bottle. Just so, in case you heard that. So
yeah,
it's all cleared up.
You guys just want to be funny. Yeah,
So breaking headlines. Kage whizzes it. No, okay, that was just a joke. Going back to we're starting off with the. This is a courtesy of the Gateway Pundit. This is your economic catch-up. Biden economy, potential inflation bomb coming within expected increases in prices of fertilizer and food with the petrodollar and trading houses at risk. Looks like this is this from Hoft? Gotta love Hoft. He always brings in the heat. It makes the regular alphabets nervous. The Biden economy is on horrible shape and projections are getting worse. We're reporting this morning the potential inflation bomb to come with the administration's policies. To offset inflation, the only answers that historically worked have increasing rates above rate inflation. They've been doing a lot of that lately, right? Just one?
Yeah.
Not good. That would mean increasing rates to at least 10% since current rates are near zero and inflation is at 10%. What's that going to do there? You know what's going to happen if they do increase it to 10%, huh?
Yeah, then the price of bread's going to skyrocket.
Yeah,
not to mention other commodities that people want.
Mm-hmm. In addition, experts are pointing out that fertilizer prices are at all-time highs. This could impact the price of food and inflation, of course. Looks like Julie Luca put on a Twitter. They captured a screenshot of her tweet. Says fertilizer prices have now passed the 2008 peak, so we're at George Bush levels. Now we're not going to lie to you, but this is not good. And then they have the graph right there, so you could see. Obviously, when Q Card takes over, this thing just goes crazy. So you have to pay for your sins, you know. The dollar is now facing a downward pressure as countries like Saudi Arabia begin talks with China using the yuan as their currency for trade. Guys, have you seen that where Saudi Arabia won't even take Q Card's freaking call at all?
Yeah, it's almost hilarious, and he's just saying,
yeah, they won't. They
begging me.
No, they're like, we're gonna play game. We're gonna play the China. The China wants to play ball with us, man. We're just gonna freaking play ball with them. What's that?
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, when you see that.
Dude, that's true. I hate to say it, but
they know that what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to make. They want the world dollar because we export dollars. That's what we export. That's where we make our money. They devalue the currency more than they already have. Then they want the yuan to be the dominant global trade, and that's the thing is that they see that we've added all this debt to the dollar. And you guys can sit here and if you carry the cooler, you can deny, but wait and see. Like I told you last summer, man. This is the appetizer before the party. So the party's about to begin, and it's not a good party you want to go to. This will hugely hurt the dollar immensely, forcing inflation further. So warning of more inflation because of this, because they're not going to mess with the dollaruskis there. They don't want to have part of it. Why would you want devalued stuff for your goods? And so they're moving over to there. China's importance in Saudi Arabia as an export in the market has risen parallel with the kingdom's dependence on China imports and investment. But as Goldman Sachs notes, the increased frequency of the use of financial sanctions by the United States as a foreign policy tool is arguably creating an incentive for third countries to diversify away from perceived over-reliance on the dollar-denominated trade. Relations between Saudi Arabia and the United States have been downward trajectory since the start of the century as a long series of policy difference from the invasion of Iraq to potentially imminent rival JCPOA with Iran and diminished U.S. foreign policy. Riyadh is to seek a political and security alliances with the world powers, including the Chinese. As the leading to warning of trading collapses, so there's also a leading of to house collapse. What a mess Biden has in the U.S. for nearly a year of his policies. And it says, breaking news. There's a tweet from Gold Telegraph. They're throwing out the warning, guys. It says, a senior executive at one of the world's largest trading houses is warning of a trade house collapse. Hold on tight. And there's a tweet in there. What do you guys think of that?
Doesn't sound good.
No. And we haven't even seen what we haven't seen yet, guys. And this is what we've talked about in this show before, and it's going to be interesting to see what comes out in the March numbers as far as because you had your production cost of inflation go up. Now we see that's what the producer rate there, and that's to get the goods there. So it's going to be interesting to see it, and that's at 8% already. It's going to be interesting to see if the inflation rate will catch up to that. And my answer would be I would say so. So. Yeah, it's not looking good, so I would, just like I said, prepare for the $7 Risky a gallon, because even if he even gets it online, you're not still going to get it online for a year anyway.
Oh, dude. That's insane, man.
Yep.
Even freaking think of that.
We called this last year, and you can go to our shows. You can go to Patriot Talk that we have, that one, and you can go to this, and me and Rudy and Kage and Hog, we were on this thing long before it happened because of, you could just see it mapping outline what's going to happen. So I still said it was Cloward and Piven, but you guys still think, are you guys all still on the fence about Cloward and Piven or no?
I think it's something to be aware of, and if the American people don't wake up to this change in power and everything with China, then I'm afraid they're in for a rude awakening.
I can't understand how somebody can sell their country out, man. Like, just like for money, man. Like,
yep.
That's what's happening. If I won't get too political, but I mean, it's pretty obvious who's in bed with China, and there's a lot. Let's just say all of Hollywood's in their pocket. It's just crazy, man. How these guys are selling our country out, man, for China over money.
Yeah, it's not freaking good, man. So.
And they are our enemy. We've been. I mean, I hate to say it, they are. I mean, it's just if anyone thinks otherwise, then yeah,
they don't. Their leadership does not like us. They don't like us, and they don't respect us. When you go to the negotiation table, they don't respect Biden at all. They have no respect for any of them. So.
I mean, ever since the Cold War, man, they've been an enemy, and people don't seem to acknowledge that really. It's really crazy. I mean,
and it's not the people; it's just the leadership.
Directly in Korea.
And it's not the people; it's just the leadership. So that's what it is there. So. But, yeah, do you guys got anything to add to this article? We'll just have to see. We're going to come out with more next week. That one just popped. So there's also some possible interesting stuff about we're going to have to war game with the housing crisis because they're talking some action in August possibly. So maybe they'll curb that, but I don't see that happening. They're seeing possible some housing downturn coming in August. We'll have to see what information more we get out about that. So, I'm out of here. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm out. Let's call it a night. Good night, people.
Okay. Don't make it a dog show. Good night now!